Somebody was once rude to a waiter. It was like the worst thing that person could have done to me.
For me, it's the phone. It's the phone. Ironically, what Henry goes through in this, his plight. But yeah, I was on a date once. I haven't been on a first date in 6 years or something, but I was on a date once, and this girl I was on a date with, she had an Apple Watch. She's also not a fan of Apple Watches. Sorry, anybody with an Apple Watch. But she had an Apple Watch, and she also had a phone. And she would check the Apple Watch and then also look at the phone.
That's really bad.
So the phone was like face up, and then looking at, and then checking, and over in the middle of a conversation. And I'll never forget it. It bothered me that much.
Yeah.
And that day was probably.
And sometimes when you fall asleep at night, you're like.
That day was probably 8 years ago, and I was just like flabbergasted. Like, how could you be that?
Yeah, that's not great.
Like unaware that this is not cool.
Yeah.
I would not have stayed as long as Henry.
When would you have left?
I probably would have left like the second time she went, and then I wouldn't have gotten up in like a tiff or anything. It was sort of, kind of what Henry said. I would have said, hey, look, like it's clear that you have stuff going on at home. We could just pick this up some other time. Like you got your child, just go do your thing.
Would you give her a second chance?
On the day?
No. Like if you said we can pick this up another time, like
another day?
Would you give it a second chance?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were in the same outfits every day, same lighting, same table,
It was a little Twilight Zone-y.
It was interesting, yeah. I've never experienced something like that. It was definitely challenging.
It was a bit of a mind trip, just in terms of acting. As difficult as acting can be, it was challenging just mentally to be in the same location with the same background, same seats, like she was saying, the same chair for like 7 weeks, just having the same conversation.
You don't even know what time of day it is.
Yeah,
You're
just like, in there, and then there's
how do I get out of here?
in this fake restaurant, just kind of like, well, here we are again.
It was 2 stories high, so it was, it was off the ground for sure. But yeah, anything for that long is hard. But being in harness is suspended is tricky work for sure. I'm adding it to my resume now. Does harness work?
Oh yeah. I just I'll never forget the image of me. Like I came on set that day, I come around the corner, just like suspended. It's really funny. Just loving it so much. Yeah.
It's super comfy.
I've been in one of those harnesses before shooting my show, and I had a full-blown meltdown.
I did one day too.
Yeah, because you can't
you have got to get me down.
You can't fully put sometimes if they don't know your weight, you can't fully put your feet on the ground, so you're trying to do stuff that makes it look like you're on the ground, but you sort of feels like you're walking on the moon.
Yeah.
And it's very frustrating, and it's just radding up.
Radding up.
It's hot and tight. It's like, yeah.